Wild salmon is just like children. We send them away, they go, they educate, they grow, and they achieve something, and then finally they come back home and we celebrate with them. They fulfill our wishes for the future generations.
When it comes to salmon, this world has a strange way of showing its love. Instead of being celebrated as the king of fish, wild salmon are struggling to simply survive in the face of industrial harvesting, wide-scale damming of rivers, and a host of man-made environmental challenges. But there is hope, and that hope is the work of the North Atlantic Salmon Fund.
My name is Orri Vigfusson. In 1989, I set up the North Atlantic Salmon Fund, an organization dedicated to saving and reintroducing wild Atlantic salmon. And I have been working on salmon conservation and restoration for the last 26 years.
As a boy growing up in Iceland, Orri was confronted by the economic and social devastation caused by the staggering crash of North Atlantic herring stocks. Orri was determined not to let the same fate befall the king of fish.
In the early 1960s, the herring disappeared, more or less. We greatly overfished the stocks of the herring, so there was no more herring. That really was the basis why I decided back in 1989, when we saw the salmon stocks withering away, slowly disappearing, and we had to do something about it. Otherwise, it would be gone just like the herring.
You see, Orri and the NASF have an uphill battle. Atlantic salmon have been written off as a lost cause. Governmental actions seem to be too little and too late, and a host of other problems too overwhelming to ever fix. But the NASF offers real solutions to complex problems. To start with, the fund continues to broker agreements to buy out salmon netting operations in the North Atlantic. From the first agreement with the Faroe Islands in 1991, and then on to Greenland, Iceland, Wales, Ireland, and Scotland. These negotiations yield real results while offering alternative employment to salmon fishermen. All the while, in excess of 10 million salmon have been saved from net and longline fisheries throughout the North Atlantic region. Kate's salmon farming is notorious for creating sea lice, a small but deadly creature that is proven to decimate salmon growth. The NASF seeks to push salmon farming to land-based operations to preserve habitat for migrating wild salmon. From all that's done, it's easy to see why Orri is known as the godfather to the salmon.
We do not believe in any bullshit. We have to be focused, right, this is where we want to go. I think if we succeed in most of these projects, that the salmon recovery will take place.
As the organization continues to make strides in salmon conservation, the challenges facing this great fish remain as urgent as they were on day one. To meet these challenges, the NASF relies on its foundational values: creativity, determination, and an unflinching commitment to the Atlantic salmon.
Restoring anything in nature is difficult, it takes a long time. The North Atlantic Salmon Fund has been here for 26 years.
With a long history of working to preserve Atlantic salmon for future generations, the next 26 years and beyond depends on contributions from the next generation of energized and creative conservationists.
We know exactly where we want to go, and that's very fascinating to work with people, especially young people. That is what I like so much about Elvar. He brings in new innovative ideas which we embrace and look at ways of achieving our end goals.
My name is Elvar Friðriksson. I'm from Reykjavik and I've been guiding on salmon rivers for 10 years now.
There are few people on the planet who understand the Atlantic salmon in the ways Elvar understands them. Raised on the banks of Iceland's great rivers, Elvar has been an Atlantic salmon guide for more than half his life. Working with orri and the NASF for the last few years, Elvar has relentlessly dedicated his unflagging energy to protect and celebrate the thing he loves most, the king of fish.
Elvar is a typical guy. I mean, he's very dedicated to his sport. He's just the right person to do this in the future, and we need to help him train others to do just the same.
I always remember Orri being this very kind but very passionate guy, and he's devoted his whole life to save and preserve the Atlantic salmon, which is a very noble job and very needed in the world. The NSF are working hard to protect something that I love dearly, and I want to be a part of that fight.
It's not just a fish, it's the king of fish. It's the most beautiful, most precious fish in the world. I mean, we have to protect it for future generations. If we don't do it this way, in the next few years, we will lose the remaining stocks. So there will be nothing for the young people. So we have to work harder, not only to save the fish of the day, but also train them to do the same thing in the future.
No one fights harder for Atlantic salmon than the North Atlantic Salmon Fund. Under the guidance of orri and with the unflagging dedication of creative next-generation leaders like Elvar, we'll continue to celebrate the majestic Atlantic salmon for generations to come. We've already saved more than 10 million Atlantic salmon while creating hundreds of alternate jobs, but we can do more. Imagine a world with historic salmon runs. You can get involved with the North Atlantic Salmon Fund today.